Okay.
Go ahead.
And my
Fingers on the lens.
Oops.
There you go.
my topic is on music and sociology, and my documentary is with Jerry Winkler. And first question is, how would you say music and sociology is related with one another?
I would think that music and sociology have always been a part of each other. You think back even before recorded history, music was how people remembered events, recorded events, even passed on things that they learned through music. Song was how people passed on stories and learning. And then as there became other ways to record those types of things, music still was a part of society. Every social event had its music. Even today, as an advanced society as we are, you think about every major social event, there's music that goes with it.
And when did you first start your music career?
Gosh, I've always been doing music, even as a kid. I bought my first electric bass when I was in junior high in '69, and bought it with money I earned mowing lawns. Didn't have it more than I think a week before a friend of mine showed up and say, "Hey, this buddy of mine plays guitar and he knows a drummer," and we formed a band just like that. And I think that I've been in a band now. Even all through high school, all through college. I played, put myself through college, made extra money playing. I've been in a band all but 5 years when I worked at daily newspapers. That was all consuming, and I wasn't in a band at that time. But except for those 5 years, I've been in music or in a band all my life.
Okay. And I heard you had a band, since you mentioned that. What type of music does your band play?
We're playing music that we make up, original music.
Oh, wow.
The singer is the songwriter. He comes up with most of the lyrics, comes up with basic ideas for songs, and then everybody kind of finds their own part in that. It's a blend of every kind of music that is around now. A blend of country, blend of rock. You hear influences of blues and jazz, gospel, everything in there. People who really like rock and roll say we're way too country to be considered rock, and people who really like country say we're way too rock to be considered country. So we kind of blend it all together, and this is our second CD. We did this one, put this one out in '06. And we've been working on some music for a third one, but it's taking some time, and we're not in any hurry.
Okay. And what's the name of your CD?
The name of this CD is Short of the Blues, which is kind of play on the idea of the blues, but it's really songs that are a little more uplifting, so it's short of the blues. At the same time, it's not really blues, it's more rock, so it's short of the blues. It's kind of a double entendre, but the band is called Anthill Society, which comes from the idea that it's a communal effort and everybody contributes. The ants individually can't do as much as they can collectively, and that's kind of the approach we took as a band, so that's kind of how we came up with the name.
Okay.
It ties
And
into your sociology.
okay. And do you feel that music has brought a lot of accomplishments to your life?
I would say it's brought a lot of satisfaction to my life. I'm proud of the CDs we've put out. I really would like to get the third one out, because I think that would even be, as far as the music evolves, I think that it would be a logical step where I think it should go. And I've done a lot with music. Made extra money during my college career. I didn't get a degree in music. I switched to journalism. I was studying music and switched to journalism, but that's how I made it through college, and it's always been something on the side that I've been happy with and proud of, and done some gone places and done things that I would have never done had I not been involved in music.
And could you give me an example, like, of the type of music that you do, like perform, like sing?
I think there's a lot of examples. A lot of people compared us to early Stones, early Rolling Stones, but I thought of it more along the lines of sort of that John Cougar Mellencamp, a working man's music, something that relates to people, everyday people.
Okay. And I say that's, that's about the questions I have for how would you wrap up, music and, sociology?
Well, I think one of the things is that music has kind of become an important voice in society. It's been a way for maybe people that are disenfranchised in other ways to have their point of view heard. It has been a voice of protest in the 60s and 70s. That's what a lot of music was protest to a lot of things. The way society was running. Goes back to the Vietnam War. You talk about some of the early writers of that area that came out of folk music. Those were protest songs going all the way back to, goes all the way back to Woody Guthrie and the protest of government and their crackdown on communism on up through the Vietnam War. I think what you hear today is some of the modern music is music of people who don't have another voice. I think that's where rap comes from. I think that's where a lot of R&B comes from. Is people looking for a way to voice them, give themselves a voice and be heard.
Okay. And that wraps it up, and I want to thank you very much for your time, Jerry
Sure.
Winkler.